Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. Guys, let me address the elephant in the room real quick. I've been seeing a lot of comments and I just want to let you guys know, yes, the video that I posted yesterday on YouTube got deleted. Not by me. It was YouTube deleted it. Yeah, YouTube deleted it, and obviously, I don't think I could talk a lot about it here, but I did upload the whole video on X. If you wanted to see yesterday's video, you could totally check that out. Also posted on X is a very complete and thorough story of what exactly happened and kind of why it was deleted, some other things. And if you wanted to see that thread, there's actually a couple of tweets here if you want to see that. There's I explain the exact reasons and I get specific over there if you want to go ahead and check that out. But I want to be clear. I'm while I was taken back by it, while I was hurt by it, YouTube, they've never really deleted a video by me before, so I was definitely taken back. It was kind of a shock, but I want to be clear. I still love this platform. I love YouTube. I love making videos for YouTube. I'm very enthusiastic about it, and part of my perspective here is, you know what? To get to do this is a gift to get to be on a platform where I could share ideas and host these discussions and talk about current events. To me, this is such a gift. And I understand that YouTube is a platform and they have their own rules and they have their own policies. And hey, you know what? As a creator, as someone who's making the videos, I have to respect the platform. I do, because I don't own this land, I'm renting this land. So, because of that, there's obviously going to be some disagreements. There's going to be some things that we don't perfectly align on. And and that's okay. That's okay. If you want to see the video, you absolutely can. But I'd also encourage people that like this had me rattled a bit because I'm like, oh my gosh, like what if I can never, like what if it gets to a point where I can't have these discussions anymore and I can't talk about the things that I want to talk about, or I can't elevate the conversations that I want to elevate. Like that'd be so sad. I never want to get to that point. And to me, it was just it was encouragement to prioritize kind of a diversification of the platform. So I really want to encourage you guys, if you want to sign up for my newsletter, it really mean a lot to me. I just passed 300 subscribers over there. Like I said before, it is completely free. You don't need to pay for it. It's free. But I will also encourage you, you know, um, this the things I do, this obviously costs money. This is not free. And YouTube, I don't make a lot of money off YouTube. Obviously, because the videos that I make, because I don't like to make so much clickbaity content and things like that. And because of the views that I have, there's not an endless amount of views that I could go and get. Sometimes there's kind of a cap on it. So because of that, I can't get the most views. So I actually need to kind of have other ways of generating revenue if I want to continue to do this. And if I want to continue to push this mission forward, if I want to elevate these conversations, which I do. So if that's interesting to you and if you want to invest in that message, or if you want to invest in me, you absolutely can through the newsletter. And I think that's great. So, and I know it's super annoying, to say like, oh my gosh, like everybody just wants to make money these days and to do that. And I understand your perspective. I totally do. My idea is that if I want these conversations to reach the most amount of people, and if I want them to actually affect change at a high level, like all of this requires a lot of time, attention, resources, and it's very draining, and it's hard to do. So what I'm asking is if you want to invest in that, you absolutely can. If you don't, you don't have to. I'm still going to be here. I still love you. I think it's awesome. But yeah, if you're interested in that video, go ahead and check that out on X, or if you want to see more of a story time, you absolutely can. But the conversation that I want to have today, aside from that special message, was President Trump was officially named the man of the year by Time Magazine. And in yesterday's video, I talked about how, because there was speculation yesterday, so that's what I talked about, obviously. But I talked about how, like, who else would it have been? Who else could it have been? And I'm reminded of this moment when who was it? I believe it was like Mr. Beast and Emma Chamberlain. They were named like Creator of the Year by, I believe, Forbes magazine. And some commentators I heard talking about it, they were like, who else could it have been? Right? What other creator could it have been? What other creator could have been Creator of the Year? Right. And to me, my perspective is like, who else could it have been? Who else could have been the man of the year other than President Trump? Other than the man who literally survived multiple assassination attempts, the person who even at this level has faced censorship, the probably one of the most canceled people on the planet, who still managed to not only win the presidency but to create some incredible coalition between parties to bring in people like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. under his future administration, to bring in Tulsi Gabbard, to name her as director of national intelligence, right? To bring in people like Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk to actually get our government spending under control. Like and he's not even in office yet. It's not January 20th yet. He's still in the process, but already he has casted so much vision, and he has the gears turning. He is on the world stage. He's shaking hands with other presidents, and it's just, who else could it have been? And I just think this is a really beautiful time to be alive, and I'm happy that President Trump is named Man of the Year. I think that's incredible. And yeah, there's a couple clips that I wanna share now because it's awesome. First off, here is him and Melania over there in New York, and I just think it's so iconic. Look at these guys. I think this is, what a beautiful picture. I love it. And check this out from Colin Rugg. He says, Justin, USA chance break out as a president-elect Donald Trump rings the New York Stock Exchange opening bell. Look how iconic this is. It is so cool. Wow.
The incoming leader of the free world is going to ring the bell here in about 20 seconds. An historic moment at the New York Stock Exchange as we get this opening bell rung by the president-elect, Donald Trump. The incoming leader.
Look at that. USA, USA. Also, look at that peep. Look at that. We got our boy RFK Jr. in the crowd. I love that. I actually didn't catch that the first time I saw this. So I think that is incredible. That is huge. We have JD Vance over there hanging out. A couple weeks ago, people were like, "Where's JD? Where'd he go? Where'd he go?" So he's here. All right. Excuse him for taking some time off, hanging out with his family in DC. I saw a couple pictures of him at the National Archives waiting to see the Declaration of Independence with his kids. And it was like the sweetest thing ever. But unless, also real quick, like right now, look at these chants. USA, USA, absolutely. You know what I loved about, because as some of you guys know, me and my wife went on our honeymoon in Washington. We took it to Washington, D.C. You know what I loved? I loved how many US flags are there. Like, go and like, I've never seen it in any other part of the country that I've been to, but the amount of patriotism there through these flags, I think is absolutely iconic, and I just loved to see it. It was so huge. Jeez, and look at this man. Look at this man's sweet, sweet face. Just hanging out, full of a joy as he's about to ring the bell. I love it. And check this out. I saw this from Margot Martin. She said President Trump signs the NYSE guest book and learns he is the first president to ring the bell since Ronald Reagan. Isn't that nuts? Check this out. It is so good.
Excited to know that you are the first president to ring the bell since Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan, March 28th, 1985, where he addressed the floor. Yes, it's a great honor to have you. You will be.
There you go. It is a great honor to have you, the first president since Ronald Reagan. Wow. I That is so iconic. Look at this. This is the official post by Time magazine. Donald Trump is Time's Person of the Year. Holy smoke. Some of the comments say by Scott Pressler, congratulations at Donald Trump. We are so back. I love it. Laura Luber says Person of the Century. You know what? Not a bad call. All right. Sounds about right to be. Vincent Langman says how it started versus how it's going. And one of the pictures is him in a mugshot for those who are listening. And geez, I cannot believe so much happened this year. Like we got this iconic picture from the events of July 13th in Butler, and to go on to have an even more insane and ridiculous campaign season is just absolutely iconic. I don't know if anybody else could have done it. Really, Link Lauren says when I say President Trump is a modern day rock star, some folks on the left get upset. Look at this. He says, but the iconography alone he's given the world is unmatched. We don't have stars like Elvis Presley anymore. We have Donald Trump. He's it. He is it. And look at these pictures. Name another man who could look this good while blowing a kissy face while holding an American flag. Are you kidding me? This is insane. Jeez. Like I don't like personally I don't know what it is, but I know that he has it. All right. Is it the aura? Is it the just the presidency aura? Is it the rock star vibes? I don't know. Look at this comment. Wow. They say I was never someone says top comment says I was never a fan of Trump. I didn't watch The Apprentice. I found him arrogant and unlikable. I never thought he'd get the nomination. I was flabbergasted. What a good word. I was flabbergasted. He kept winning primaries. So I watched a rally and then I got it. I agree. He is a rock star who knows, speaks to the people. Holy smokes. See, and this goes to the broader conversation that we have here all the time, which is one, like, are you someone who's like reading what other people or just reading what other people are saying, or are you going and getting information for yourself? Like, are you reading just the headline or are you reading the article? Because 99% of the people are going to read the headline and they're going to have an opinion. But that 1% who actually dives deeper, goes a little deeper, they're going to actually get the substance. They're going to know what's up. And this is why the 99, so many people are they're like this person. They think they're arrogant. They think they're unlikable because CNN and MSNBC, if that's where you get your information, of like how could you not think that? But as soon as you start to peel back the layer, as soon as you start to cut the cake open, and as soon as you start to go past the frosting, you get to the bread. All right. And I love it. Brett Cooper says, hang it in the Louvre. That's crazy. This is this is kind of crazy. Also, I hope I pronounced that right. I think I've heard some people say Lou, right? Hanging in the Lou. I'm not sure. Not sure. Geez, look at this. The New York Stock Exchange posted this picture saying a historic moment. Wow. Jeez. What a great picture. Jeez. Man, this man has given us the most iconic photos of all time into this single year alone. And I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the future. I know yesterday I had a bad day. Like well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to say a bad day, but I had a very formative day. I had a day where it took me back. I got to reassess the things that I'm doing, my intention, and the future that I'm creating. But then I saw these words, and it was like they were screaming at me, saying the future is better than you can ever imagine. The future is better than you can ever imagine, and it's just so real. Like, I don't know what you are going through. I don't know what pain points you have. I don't know what frustrations you are facing, or I don't know the levels of anxiety that you may or may not be dealing with, but I want you to know, from me to you, the future is better than you can ever imagine. All right? There will be setbacks. There will be things that happen in this life that might make that might rattle you a bit, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Don't have worry, don't live in fear, and just create the future. I was talking to one of my best friends today named Saul, and we were talking about David, and how before David gets to face Goliath, he had to he had to take on lions and bears. And right now, I feel like I'm in this season where I feel like I've always taken on lions and bears, but they look different, right? They look a little more aggressive this time around. But that's not discouragement. That's encouragement. These are the lions, these are the bears. But it's because something's coming. Something beautiful is coming. Something great is coming. And I'm just excited about that. I'm excited for the future. And I'm excited to share this future with you all. And that's pretty much the video that I have for today. I might record another video after, but we'll see. Anyways, that's my final thought. The future is better than you can ever imagine. Okay, and if you want to see the video from yesterday, you absolutely can. And if you want to learn more about the information that I shared. Because I dove into more of the story aspect of what actually happened, you could totally check that out. And I also shared one thing that I like. This is the final thing that I shared in that thread, and it was when you try to change the world, you learn that the world never wants to change. That's a driving force for these discussions to elevate the conversation, build communities, and create the future. That's what we're doing here. That's what I'm doing on my newsletter, but that's what I'm doing here too. Okay? We're trying to create the future. We're trying to elevate these conversations. And I can't do it without you. So, like I said earlier, if you want to invest in this channel, you absolutely can. If you're more comfortable just being a free subscriber, I love that. I love that too. Please, I understand that not everyone is financially okay, and I never want you to feel like you're contributing if it's hurting you. Absolutely don't. But I do want to invite you that if you want to participate here, if you want to invest in pushing this message across the world and trying to and being part of changing the world and creating this future, then I encourage you to be part of it. Anyways, that's the video. I hope you are having a incredible day, a beautiful day. And let me tell you, like, there are hard days. All right, maybe today's a hard day. Maybe more hard days are coming. Maybe you're going through a bad week, a bad month, a bad year. I don't know, but I do want to let you know things are things are gonna get better. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna go. I hope my background looks nice. I just want to go. I want to go solo right now, and I just want to let you know. Not only do I hope you have a great Christmas season, but I just want to let you know that I'm praying for you. Yeah, I know a little intimate. I know I don't always, you know, no, I don't always go here, but I'm praying for you. I pray that God's I pray that you feel God's presence in your life. I pray that you experience peace like nothing else. I pray that your families are taken care of. I pray that you are filled with so much strength and creativity and curiosity for the world. I pray that you experience a profound sense of joy and peace like never before. I pray that you have that you are that you are mentally taken care of. I pray that you are challenged and stretched in profoundly beautiful ways. I pray that I pray that this country is safe. I pray for our leaders who are in positions of significant impact and influence. I pray that the people who are working in schools are taken care of and that they're working hard for this next generation. I pray for I pray for cities who are who might be going through things and struggling and fighting their own intimate battles that maybe aren't being uplifted in the national conversation. But I pray that there are strong leaders who have the courage to act and to fight the good fight. And I encourage, if you feel that that person is you who wants to contribute to making good impact in your city or in your state, I encourage you to look into it because the future doesn't happen by accident. The future happens when good people answer that call and step into that season of their life where they say yes, where they say, you know what, I know I'm inadequate, I know that I'm not good, I know that I have barriers and I have limitations, but I'm gonna step in and I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna try. You know what I did? There was a in my newsletter from yesterday, there was something that I wrote, and I'm gonna bring it up. I know I thought I was done. I'm not. I am so sorry. Check this out. If you read this, you might have already seen this, but I remember I remember this screenshot that I got from this incredible communicator, pastor, thinker, founder, and author. His name's Ernick Manis. He has impacted my life so much. If you ever look back here and you see this stack of books, these are all his books. And he's just impacted my life in a really profound way. And one time during a message, he said these words, and they have pierced my soul so profoundly. It was beautiful. He he said this, and now I hope I hope you receive these words. He says, "You're sitting there waiting. And when you're sitting there where you chose to sit, so why don't you do something while you're waiting? Something beautiful, something extraordinary, something courageous, something adventurous. You see, a lot of us live our life paralyzed, going, I'm just going to wait until God shows me what to do. Well, if you're going to wait, do something awesome. If you're going to wait to do something noble, do something courageous. In fact, if you want to get God's interest and attention, do something so extraordinarily good that he has to jump in because you're an idiot to do so much good. When you're sitting around, God doesn't have to jump in. He knows how to sit. But when you decide to go save the world, when you decide to solve some issues with human suffering, I have a feeling God will jump right in and go, I love that you're not good at that, but I'm going to move you. Why? Because it's a lot easier to guide a wild stallion than a dead horse. Holy smokes. I think sometimes I live my life like I'm a dead horse, just right there, waiting, stagnant. But I think if you want to affect real change, if you want to make a difference, if you want to have impact, we got to become the wild stallion. And I even think about more like the words of Jesus where he says, I didn't come to bring peace. I came to bring a sword. And obviously, sometimes when you bring a sword, some people get upset. But wow, I was not planning on going here. I wasn't planning on going there, but look where we are. Wow. Also, we're 25 minutes in, and I'm just now realizing I never really did my introduction. This is the Adam C. Moreno Show. Here we talk about the news, ideas, and politics that shape our future. I really hope that you are subscribed and that you like this video. It really does mean a lot to me. And I also have a newsletter. Sometimes some people say it's kind of good. I made this picture the other day. I also think it's awesome. It's I didn't take this picture. I made it. I believe the New York Times took this picture of Bernie Sanders, or at least they've obtained the rights to it. And I put this this text over it, which says RFK Jr. does anything, and me just sharing it. And I love it. And my latest article is about RFK Jr. and fluoride and some contradiction, some hypocrisy, going all the way back to 1999. And I think it's good. I think it's an important conversation. But nonetheless, that's I think I'm gonna make a video discussing discussing the contents of this article. I think it's good. But for now, that's gonna be the end of this video. I don't want to make it too long. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you let me know what you thought about this conversation. Did you make this? Are you happy that you saw President Trump become Person of the Year? Do you think it's wholesome seeing Melania next to him as he rings that bell? Like, look how wholesome this is. I just love it. I just love it. We need some positive politics in this world. We need some wholesome moments full of joy. And I love doing this, and I love getting to do it with you. And yeah, anyways, that's the end of this episode. Let me know what you think about these conversations, and I will see you all next time. Hope you have a great and beautiful day full of extraordinary purpose that goes beyond reason. All right, I'll see you next time. I love you guys. Episode's over already? Geez, that was fast. Well, they say beautiful things do not last forever, but feel free to watch and listen to another one of these episodes if you're interested in those conversations as well. Also, this next part is huge. Make sure to obliterate that like and subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never skip a beat. I also have a newsletter where we dive into the news, politics, and ideas that shape our future. If you're interested in signing up, I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.